The dopamine detox lie and what actually controls your mind. You wake up before you feel touch the floor. Your thumbs is already scrolling one reel, then another. Your brain whispers, just 5 minutes, but suddenly it's an hour later. Your motivation is gone, your focus feels dead, and even simple work feels painfully boring. So you search for answers, and the internet gives you a trendy solution. Do a dopamine detox, no music, no phone, no games, no pleasure. Sit in silence like a monk, and magically your brain resets. Sounds powerful, but here's the uncomfortable truth: your brain is not broken because of dopamine, and dopamine itself is not the enemy. The real problem is what your mind has become addicted to constant stimulation. Part 1: The biggest misunderstanding about dopamine. People talk about dopamine like it's a toxic chemical. It's not. Dopamine is the reason humans chase goals. It's the reason your dream, build, create, survive. Without dopamine, you would not even get out of bed. The problem begins when modern life hijacks the system. Think about it. For most of human history, pleasure was earned slowly, food required hunting, connection required effort, success took years. Now, your brain can get entertainment in 1 second, validation in one click, novelty endlessly, stimulation 24/7. Your mind was built for survival in nature, but now it lives inside a casino of infinite distraction, and every notification, every reel, every quick hit of pleasure trains your brain to avoid effort. Part 2: Why normal life feels boring now. Here's what nobody explains realistically. Dopamine detox does not mean removing dopamine. That's impossible. What actually happens is the when your brain gets overloading with fast rewards consistently, normal life starts feeling emotionally flat. Reading a book feels slow, studying feels painful, gyms feel hard, deep conversation feel exhausting, not because these things are bad, but because your brain has been conditioned to expect anxiety every few seconds. It's like eating ultra sweet food every day. After that, natural food tastes bland. The same thing happens mentally. Your attention span shrinks, your patterns die, and silence becomes uncomfortable. That's the real crisis, not dopamine overstimulation. Part 3: The fake detox culture. Now, here's where the internet becomes dangerous. People demonize dopamine detox like it's some spiritual transformation. Wake up at 4 a.m., no phone for 7 days, sit alone, become a productivity machine. But most people fail these extreme detox with 48 hours. Why? Because suppression is not transformation. You cannot heal your mind by declaring war against prayer. The goal is not becoming emotional. The goal is rebuilding control. Realistically, you are not accepting modern simulation forever. You still need technology, you still need entertainment, you still live in the real world. The question is who control your attention, you or the algorithm? But for what a real dopamine reset looks like, a real dopamine reset is boring at first, painfully boring, and that's exactly why it works. Because slowly your brain begins recovering sensitivity, the normal life again, simple things start feeling meaningful. Morning sunlight, finishing one task, a real conversation, reading without checking your phone, walking without headphones, thinking clearly. At first, your mind fights this, it craves stimulation. Your hands reach for the phone automatically, not because you are weak, but because your brain has been trained like this for years. And this is the scary part. Most people today cannot sit alone without their thoughts for even 10 minutes. Silence terrifies them because distraction has become emotional anesthesia. The real solution nobody talks about, here's the truth. You do not need a dramatic dopamine detox. You need a life that is not built entirely around instant gratification. That means fewer mindless input, more intentional living, harder, meaningful goals, deeper focus. Real boredom sometimes because boredom is not a disease. Boredom is a doorway the creativity. The problem is modern platforms make sure you never reach that doorway. The moment boredom appears, you escape, scroll, click, swipe, repeat, and slowly your ability to think deeply disappears. Final ending. One day you realize something terrifying. You are consuming more than ever, but feeling less than ever. More entertainment, less joy, more connection, less meanings, more stimulation, less life. And maybe the answer was never to detox dopamine. Maybe the real challenge is to train your brain to enjoy reality again, not the hyper edited version on a screen, but the quiet, slow, uncomfortable reality where real growth actually happens because in the end the people who control their attention control their future. And thank you.